This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 4 participants in the conference. The recording has started.
What happened to the producer? Oh, okay. Let's open up the floor.
All participants are unmuted.
Anybody got any questions or thoughts?
Ed,
Go ahead.
yeah. Earlier you said that, or they were talking about on Hughes. He said that that people are entitled to a jury. He brought up 6. We don't want a 6-man jury, do we?
No, that's a maritime jury. Some states have done that, done a 6-man jury, but you want to request a 12-man jury in written response as your peers. You do not want to have any elected and public employee on those juries at all. Contractors to the government. Anybody who has affiliation to elected and public employees union. And that has to be a 12-man jury. But you have to put that in writing. That is the one thing that so many people, I'm assuming they're going to do their job. Remember, these are servants. You have to write the instructions for them to do their job. Does that make sense?
Yes, Ed. However, I just I think you would want to write that in your instrument, because to assume, you know.
Say that. What you said something and you ended.
I said that I think you would rather want to write that in your instrument, because to assume that they would do their job, wouldn't that make horses behind out of you and me?
Correct. That's where you have to put it in writing to them, and you have to quote their administrative rules. So many people go after me and says, Ed, you can't use their administrative rules as a copyright structure. It's a copyright to them. You're doing a reference to their administrative rules. You want to reference their rules they have to go by. And if you read my writings, usually it always says reference to. So, and that's the one thing. Now, I'm almost done with this structure I'm getting ready to send out on the county commissioners. Because I've been working on this. I'm putting together a whole bunch of stuff. When I send this thing out, I'll make sure it's public, but it's going to be a big, big, big information on this stuff. So, I mean, and that's the main point, is getting this out, but I want to make sure that when I'm putting this out, I even have the stuff on the sheriffs, because now the sheriffs haven't responded to me. They all wanted money. So now I'm filing the indictments with this to the county and to the state attorney general. Let them go fight it. And it's going to all the other appropriate channels. So, you know, we're going to see what happens, because if we don't have elected and public employees, then what the hell are we sitting there praising what they call the flag? We got to come to reality, folks. And a lot of these men and women don't want civil war. And they know that, because if they do that, the dollar falls and everything else. Now, China wants that, because they're claiming they own a lot of the debt of the United States. And the only reason why that happened was when Japan had this tsunami that the nuclear plant went down, it produced that Japan had to sell all their stocks to China. So people don't know that history, or don't recall that history if they knew it, but that's what's going on in the world structure. Step out of the movie, see how people are trying to take us down for their personal gain. Now, the Constitution gives you rights, not privileges. we start acting on that, we're going to have the rights. So anybody else would like to say something? So any further questions on the Seventh Amendment? Because the Seventh Amendment follows the Fifth and Sixth. And so when you go to court, and I've already sent people the information that you don't have to pay to court, because the $20 silver, that goes back to democracy, that we are not a democracy. We're a republic form of government. That's why you have to use their rights to courts without paying and stuff. And that information's out there. I've sent it out. It's posted on new.org and trackers. I've posted it all over to people. So once you start standing up for your rights, this is how we're going to get our country back. We are not doing it by religion. I'm trying to explain that to the general public. You have the entitlement to your religion, but I don't believe in religion. The Constitution is my religion. So deal with that one. The Constitution gives you a right, religion don't. So if nobody else has got anything to say, I'll open it up one more time. Okay, with that, we'll say travel safe. We'll talk next week. I got some more things that I'm opening up next week because we got a lot of new developments. If I sent you that stuff on Trump dealing with the force being open, write him. Thank him. Support him with your evidence. All right? Support with the evidence, your affidavit. If you have a court filing, make sure he gets it. Jeff Sessions gets it for the indictments, especially in Oregon. See, we the people have to stand up for the system to work. If we don't stand up for the system to work, we don't have a system that our forefathers put in place for our responsibility. So with that, may the Great Spirit look over you, make Mother Earth bring you life, water, safety, and may the Creator protect us all. Well, they wrote it, we quote it.